And we are live.
All right, welcome everyone to tonight's session of A World on Fire, where we last left off. The party was dealing with some bullshit from their good friend Amu,
Isn't that
who
like every
decided
session,
to.
though?
Yeah, that's true. Well, not anymore, because after he had kind of a shouting fit with Asher, and started getting ready to kill, or at least I guess not kill, but wish for Saren Ray to get killed before the wish could be completed. Kato picked up Asher's sword and killed Amu. To which
But that's
uh,
Rosgreaves.
I was getting to that. Asher wasn't too happy about it, and then after the fact, talked with the party at length about things. One of them being that he actually isn't Asher. He is a different aspect of the Watching Wolf. This is Rosgreaves, the Wolf of War, uh, which makes a lot of sense. And yeah, after answering a few of the party's questions, he sent them on their way. The party decided to go to Vasselheim, and as they arrived there with their derelict flying ship, Rowan went out to check out what's going on. I think the party took a long rest first, like inside the
Yes.
ship.
Took a long rest.
Yeah, it took a long rest. Then Rowan went out to scout out the exterior of the ship and was looking over the massive battle that was happening off in the distance surrounding the city of Vasselheim. And it was while she was off alone that she was attacked by some kind of creature. So we'll pick up with Rowan alone fighting this creature, as Rowan's player isn't even here tonight, so that's just great timing. So Rowan will be played by Kayla tonight. So yeah.
I've got this, it's fine.
All right, so bringing everyone over to the map. Everybody's tokens are on the map so they can see, but they're not actually there because everybody else is still inside the ship. It's just Rowan and this very big creature.
I'm assuming Rowan got hit.
Good luck, Kayla.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, she already marked the damage off on her sheet.
Okay,
so,
I just wanted
yeah.
to make sure that she had marked the damage and not marked a long rest.
Yeah.
Whew, okay.
So, if Rowan wants to roll initiative, that'd be awesome. Definitely throwing Kayla into the deep end on this one. It's like, oh, cool. Thanks for playing her character. Go fight this big monster by yourself.
I got like 5 straight days of sun, and so I have like a lot of energy, and I'm really chipper. So
that's good.
I'm ready to do this.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're rested.
It's freaking my roommate out a little bit.
Okay, well, Rowan goes first.
Cool. Oh no. I have to think like Rowan.
Lots of panic.
Yeah, I've got that part down.
Yeah, we're all really good at that.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit it and then I'm gonna run away. It's my plan.
It's a very Rowan thing to do.
Yep. How many attacks does she get?
She gets 2 attacks as her action, and then she can flurry of blows as well.
Cool.
Or she can disengage.
Because she has mobile.
Oh, that's right. She does have mobile. I forgot
So
she took that.
I can just hit and run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna smack it. How far am I away from the people?
So, this is on like the plateau that the ship is kind of like resting on, overlooking the battle off in the distance.
Okay.
So I'd say she's like a good 50 feet away from the entrance to the ship. And then from there, it's just wherever people are in the ship.
Okay. Great. So yes, I'm gonna hit it twice.
All right.
At advantage because she was assassinate, or is this?
Technically, this is
It's
the
not start of
second
combat.
round of combat because it already attacked her, and so
Great.
that would have been the surprise round. All right. First attack misses. Second attack barely hits.
Oh dear. Yep. So I'll run back to the ship. And then she'll yell for everybody inside to wake up.
All
Something's
right.
here.
Is she dashing?
She has 60 feet of movement.
Yeah. Well, I was just wondering because you still
Yeah.
have bonus action.
Yeah, she'll dash to try and get close to. No, I'll smack with my bonus action before I run away.
Okay.
No, I won't. I'll just run away.
Okay.
So she'll run to the entrance far enough in to start yelling for people.
All
and
right.
She'll wait.
Sure. I'll have everybody else make a perception check at disadvantage.
Helps if I open the character sheet first. I went
That
to
would
roll it
help.
and was like,
Very-
wait a minute.
Very
You
good.
said perception at disadvantage?
Perception at disadvantage.
Yeah. I am sound asleep.
Is that Vanya's perception?
Yes, that's Vanya's
Okay.
perception.
I just
I am
wanted to
also-
make sure that Rowan wasn't rolling to perceive her own shouting.
No.
Oh, my other one was a nat 20.
Same.
All right. So Gesh and Amity definitely don't hear anything. Vanya, Axiom, and the Godfather, Shilk, you guys off in the distance can hear shouting. Shilk and Axiom, the two of you are able to make out that it is Rowan shouting, but you can't make out what she's saying. All right. So that will bring us to the enemy's turn. Let's see. All right. As Rowan is shouting, to try and find her party members to help her, she kind of turns around and finds that this massive creature is just gone.
I don't like that.
So, Shulk, Axiom, and Vanya, you guys can roll initiative now as well. Mister, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, roll initiative.
Rolling. Give it a fucking second. What the fuck is going on?
All right. Take the natural 20 because that was the first roll. All right, Axiom. You hear Rowan shouting off in the distance, and it is your turn.
Okay. I take it there's no current visual on the creature.
Nope. And seeing how you're probably on the helm deck, it will take you at least 2 rounds to get down to the cargo hold where Rowan is.
Extra. Because I love her. Well, you can't change my mind. I love Octavia. Start making my way to the cargo hold.
Okay. So, using your action to dash, you make it halfway there. Anything as a bonus action?
Not that I can think of now.
Okay. Vanya, it's your turn. You also hear Rowan shouting.
I start making my way down to the cargo hold. Action dash, bonus action dash.
All right.
With my cool 40 feet of movement.
Nice. Yeah. Using your whole turn to travel, you would get to the cargo hold this round. You're kind of on like the upper walkway of the cargo hold looking down, and you just see Rowan shouting at you.
Can I tell that something has hit Rowan recently?
Well, that would be an action to make a perception check, which you don't have.
I don't have. Okay, cool. I'll just stay here.
All right. Shilk.
I use my action, bonus action, and movement to get down there.
All right. Yeah. You would get right where Vanya was as well. So yeah, you would also see Rowan just standing there waving their arms.
Hi, Rowan.
And Rowan's turn.
She'll turn around and see that nothing is there. um, I'll just spend a key point to do patient. No, I'm gonna spend my action. I'm gonna use my action, take the dodge action. In case
All
something's
right.
sneaking up on us.
Sure.
There's something here. There was something here. I don't see it, but there was something here.
All right. Axiom. On your second turn, you can spend your action and movement to get to the cargo hold as well. Anything as a bonus action, Axiom?
Nope.
All right. Vanya, it's your turn.
Not seeing whatever it was that Rowan had seen, I'm gonna poof Watcher out, and I'm gonna send him to go wake up Amity and Gesh since I don't see them.
All right. You do so. Go ahead and just make a perception check for Watcher.
Oh, gotta open that character sheet. This one doesn't take so long to load because it's small.
All right. So Watcher goes flying off to find Amity and Gesh with a subpar perception check.
Listen, he does well when it counts.
All right. Anything as a bonus action, Vanya?
I don't think I have anything cool to do on a bonus action. Nah.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm close enough to that I can see outside now, right?
You're still up on that kind of walkway with Axiom and Shilk. If you wanted, you could run down to where Rowan is.
Yeah.
That would be like your movement.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you run down to where Rowan is.
Great. That's it.
Cool. Shilk, your turn.
Hmm. I'm gonna look around for something, anything.
Okay. Go
She
ahead and
seems
make a perception check.
panicked.
All right. You do not notice anything.
All right. I'll walk down toward Rowan then.
All right. And Rowan, it's your turn.
I don't know. I'm gonna run out to where it used to be.
Okay.
And poke at the air with my quarterstaff.
Okay. I guess make a investigation check. All right. Uh Rowan doesn't find anything invisible.
Great.
All right.
That's it.
Cool. Then see here. All right. Suddenly, shooting out from one of the large crates that fills the cargo hold, a large clawed paw that just seems to slash across Vanya's shoulder as kind of disconnecting from the large crate. You see this giant creature that it's almost like it was camouflaged in with the metal of the crate.
You had to show up eventually. There it
Yep.
is.
You take 20 points of slashing damage, Vanya. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
We know I'm great at these. Huh.
All right. That is exactly what you needed to save.
Woo!
So
Damn.
you are not poisoned.
Great.
And then as it sees as part of kind of one fluid movement, as it slashes you, a long thick tail comes sweeping out towards Shilk, which he nimbly dodges because I rolled a natural 1. And then the creature finishes off as it tries to bite Vanya as well.
Rude.
And that will hit for 25 points of piercing damage, Vanya.
Whew.
All right. Axiom, you now see this creature in the middle of the cargo hold below you. Rowan
He's
went
like-
running outside, and it seems to be attacking Vanya and Shilk.
Yeah, he's gonna go. Yeah, no, we can't have that. Mm-mm. Let's just throw a little blindness and deafness on him.
All right.
Preferably the blindness.
And what type of save is that? Con save?
Yeah.
All right. What's your DC?
Save DC is 18.
All right. As you go to cast your spell, you see its skin start to light up, almost like it has these like magical runes traced within, using its own like veins and arteries to make magical sigils across its skin.
Oh, that's just cheating.
And it makes the save against your spell. Your spell has no effect.
Oh, that's just fuck whatever place this came from.
All
Fuck
right.
that bullshit.
That was your action. Anything as a bonus action?
Yeah. I did not prepare many bonus action spells that I don't think will help me in this instance. No.
Okay,
I was not prepared for combat.
sure. Vanya, it's your turn.
I don't like where I am. Which should be no surprise. I'm gonna use my bonus action to Misty Step.
All right.
And I guess I'll just Misty Step over here on the platform next to Axiom.
Okay.
And then I will take out my bow and I will shoot it twice.
All right.
I'm assuming this isn't fiendish in any manner.
No, it is not.
Cool. Ooh, that's rough. There we go.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That's it for me. Watcher's still on his adventure to wake up my friends.
All right, make another perception check for Watcher.
Oh, buddy. Oh, God. Oh, buddy.
Okay.
It's getting worse.
I put him through a lot recently, and it's coming back to bite me.
Just hear Watcher like that down the hallway, like, "Hello, hello, is anyone there? Big monster." All right,
God.
Shilk, it's your turn.
Okay.
He's got that
I'm
I
gonna-
need an adult energy.
Quite.
I'm gonna move over to it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give myself advantage.
sure.
I'm gonna booming blade it.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
Hey, look at that.
Would you just look at it?
So
Alright.
12 plus 19, 31. And 44. 53.
That was a bonus action. I'm gonna quicken. Nice. What do you mean I can't cast it at 3rd level? Haste.
Oh, okay.
On myself.
Nice.
Time to roll on the fucking bullshit table.
Yay, bullshit table.
Woo!
Let me get the book. I should
Woo!
have been more prepared.
Is anybody ever really prepared for a wild surge?
Nope. Except
Not
for
in
me.
this party.
Not in this. Yeah. No.
53!
I feel like we've had this one before.
Hey, okay, hang on. 5D. What was it? 5D6?
5d6. Yeah.
Alright, this next 14 days, I am immune to getting drunk.
Amazing.
That comes up so often in this campaign, too.
The return of
Yep.
party show.
Yep.
Uh,
And that's my
Alright.
hasted action.
yep.
I'm gonna give myself advantage. Stop it a booming blade.
You
I can't cast a
yeah,
spell, that's right.
Yeah, can't cast a spell. Yeah.
Yep. I'm
It's normal attack.
just gonna do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Alright.
22. You hit.
What? 22.
That's a 20.
Yeah.
Sorry, grammar. It's a 22.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yep. Alright. Yeah, that.
I didn't
just
realize I
barely
had to
hits.
insert the comma with my voice.
Alright. And I moved 10 feet, so I'm gonna move 20 feet.
Alrighty.
Boop.
Keep track of that extra damage. It was. Hey, look, 22.
Yep.
Alright, so that was Shilk's turn, which brings us to Rowan.
Okay. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire right over it.
Okay. All right. Once again, the bioluminescent magic sigils appear across its body as I rolled a natural 20, and it succeeded on the save.
Unfortunate. All right. Well, I'm still gonna run up next to it,
Okay.
and I'll punch it next time.
Yep. Anything as a bonus
Uh,
action?
Yeah, I'll spend a key point to do patient defense.
Okay. Cool. It's the creature's turn. Now it doesn't have to move anymore, so that's cool.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's something Rowan would do.
It is. So
All right. So then it's just gonna attack Rowan 3 times. It's gonna start with the tail attack.
at least they're all a
Uh,
disadvantage.
Oh, that's true. It is a disadvantage. I forgot that. Well, it missed anyway.
Great.
So missed with the tail. That's unfortunate. Second attack is the claw. What's Rowan's AC?
19?
19.
Nope,
All
20.
right. 20. All right.
I'm gonna use my reaction. For where the? I'm gonna try to lower its attack.
Okay.
Where the fuck is it there? It's tied to chaos.
Wrong one. It's bad luck is what you're looking for.
Yes, it is. I saw it and clicked it and said it. Yep, Benluck, that's the one. All
Yep.
right.
Roll your d4.
Come on, D4.
All right.
All right. All right.
That is enough to bring the attack roll low enough to miss Rowan.
Woohoo!
And then finally the bite attack. Which will hit for 28 points of damage to Rowan.
Sorry, I don't have 2 reactions.
That's fine.
All right. And that's its turn. Which brings us to Axiom.
Alright. Seeing as how blindness deafness didn't fucking work. Well, let's try a spiritual weapon, hopefully.
What happened to your voice? Anyone else hear that?
I heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pretend it
it
is.
went a little bit higher pitch for a minute.
Yeah.
That is me when I'm slightly concerned this one's gonna work.
Well, it was like a mixture of like higher pitch and like you were muffled. It was like someone just turned Nestor into a fairy? What the hell just happened? Alright. Yeah. So you summon your spiritual weapon and you hit for 6 damage.
Yeah, it's something. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was your bonus action. Anything as an action?
Trying to remember cantrip at a second level of bonus action, right? Or is it vice versa?
Well-
I can't remember.
So you can cast 2 spells in the same turn as long as one of them is second level or lower. Because you
Okay.
cast a spiritual weapon at level, your action spell can be any level.
Alright, in which case we'll go for a healing word on, I'm assuming Vanya because she looks more fucked up at the moment.
Healing word is also a bonus action.
Also, Rowan's down there and Vanya's up here. Vanya's fine here.
Alright, in which case we'll go with a... Ah, fuck. I bumped myself in the corner here. I'm gonna just pass on this.
Okay. Do you want to at least dodge?
I'll take the dodge action, I guess.
Alright.
I did not prepare the fuck.
Okay, Vanya, it's your turn.
Cool. Are the distances correct on here?
Yeah, close enough.
Okay. So I'll use my bonus action to put my Slayer's Prey on it.
Sure.
And then I'm gonna take my first shot as a sharpshooter shot.
Sure.
Just to find out. Just to see. That's not enough.
Yep. It just bounces off of the creature's thick hide.
I'll try one more.
Hey!
Hey!
Look at that. I also want to point out real quick that it looks like the range on your bow is 0 feet and then 600. Like your normal range, you can shoot it up to 0 feet away, and then past that 0 feet, it's disadvantaged for the next 600.
What's funny is that it's correct on the item card. It says 150. So I don't know why it's showing up wrong when I click
Oh
on it.
man, that is too funny. All right,
Amazing.
28 points of damage.
Cool.
God. Okay. Go ahead and make another perception check for Watcher.
Come on, buddy. Hey!
All right, cool. Yeah. He finds the crew quarters, which we'll say is where Amity and Gesh are right now. So Gesh and Amity, you come out of your rooms and find Watcher yelling about a large creature in the cargo hold.
I will run that way.
Yeah, how about the two of you roll initiative for me?
All right. Oops.
It was the 9 anyway, so.
Okay. I did not mean to do that.
All right. Well, then that will bring us to Shilk's turn.
Okay. As my action, I am going to cast Chaos Bolt.
All right.
And roll on the table. Hey, nice.
Ha! Nice.
Oh boy. Nope. Uh-oh.
Just far away.
Yeah, so each creature within 30 feet of me becomes invisible for the next minute.
Oh.
Ow.
Oh, god damn it.
And the invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
I'm assuming that includes yourself, unless it says not including you.
No, yeah, that includes me, because it's each
Okay.
creature.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's just you and the creature.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, fuck.
Solid.
Alrighty. So, the creature is currently invisible. So pretend he's not there. I'm not gonna bother putting him on the GM layer because he's not gonna get a chance to move, and he's just gonna attack on his next turn anyway.
Yep. Fuck it. I'll do what I was gonna do anyway. I'm gonna move up because I know it's there.
Yep.
Might as well give myself advantage to attack normally.
Well, it's already a straight roll because
Oh,
you
yeah,
are
that's right.
also invisible.
Yeah, it can't see me. I can't
So
see it.
it's pointless to give yourself advantage because you already have both advantage and disadvantage.
True. Fair. Okay. Yeah, I'll just fucking attack it then.
Yep.
Wow.
All right, that just barely hits.
Cool.
And you get sneak attack because Rowan's right there.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah.
And now you are no longer invisible.
Yep.
So that was
Action.
haste action. Still have your
Yep.
bonus action.
Might as well. Hmm. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I am gonna quicken. Who saw that coming? Uh. Lightning bolt.
Oh, all right. Sounds good. All right. Once again, those bio. Well, I guess that technically you wouldn't see them because he is invisible. But he does save on the roll thanks to his weird magic blood that seems to be protecting him against spells. So he succeeds and only takes 17 points of damage.
All right. Then I moved 20 feet, so I'm gonna move 20 feet again. Yeah.
All right. Rowan's turn. The creature is invisible.
It's invisible, but she just saw Shulk try to attack it.
Right,
so-
like it
Try.
like you know where it is. It's not hidden.
Yeah.
It's just invisible. So all attacks would have disadvantage.
That's fine. She'll just make 2, because I'd like to still do patient defense at the end of this.
Okay. All right. Second one hits.
And then for her bonus action, I'll do patient defense.
Sounds good.
If I can find where she keeps her key points. There they are.
All right. That's Rowan's turn. Brings us to the creature. And on his turn, he will attack Rowan because she's the only one within range. Oh, I guess it would be a straight roll. So first roll would be a natural 1.
Woo!
Completely misses with the tail attack. And no longer invisible. So the other 2 attacks will be a disadvantage because dodging. Alright. Second attack still hits for 22 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And Rowan doesn't have to make a save because she's immune to poison.
Woo!
And third attack misses.
Great.
Alright. Amity, your turn. You can spend your entire turn getting to the cargo hold.
Okay.
Alright, you get there. And you see a slightly damaged Vanya standing next to Axiom, and looking down, you see Rowan and Shilk fighting this large creature. And instantly you recognize this creature as the creature that your father was working on.
Oh, good.
But that's your turn.
All right.
Gesh, it's your turn.
Same thing.
Perfect. You also get there and also see the creature. However, you don't have a personal connection to it, so it's just, oh god, creature. All right, Axiom, it's your turn.
Alright. Anything prepared that could be fucking useful here. I thought it was I had like lots. Try a compulsion, maybe we'll see. I don't fucking know.
Why do you keep going high pitched? Stop it.
Yeah, it makes you
Uh,
break out in the
Yeah,
Discord.
it messes up the voice a little bit.
and fucking we use embodiment of the law to make this an action into a bonus action.
Okay.
We'll try it and we'll see. Oh, what the fuck's wrong with my
All right.
basically just gotta make a wisdom save. We'll see if it. Yeah, hold on.
Yep. Sounds good. And what's your DC?
18.
18. All right. Once again, you see the lights flare up as it makes the save against your spell. Your spell has no effect.
Just forgot this fucking thing. Mm.
All right.
Fuck Ayor.
So that was your bonus action, right? Because you used your thing to make it a bonus action.
Yep.
All right. So action.
Action will. No, that's also bonus action. Nope. Nope. Fuck it. We'll do a round of bless on Shilk, Rowan, Vanya.
All right. Shilk, Rowan, and Vanya are now blessed. Are you close enough to them? You're not close enough to bless them.
In that case, the three behind me.
Okay, so Vanya, Gesh, and Amity are blessed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Vanya, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep shooting it.
Okay,
And since I'm blessed, I'm gonna keep using sharpshooter.
sounds good. All right.
Ooh,
Is that
very.
with bless?
It should have been, yeah.
Okay. Then both of those miss.
A rough life. And then I think by now I can remember what the range of this is. I think Rowan's within 60 feet of me, or is she just out of it? No, she's in it.
Yep.
I'll use my bonus action to spend 3 of my healing lights on Rowan.
All right. Yeah, roll it.
Big 9 hit points.
Yep, she heals 9 hit points. All right. Shilk, your turn.
Woo! 20 feet. Advantage. Booming blade. There it is.
All right. That will hit for 14 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
Plus sneak attack,
Sneak attack.
24 points of damage. All right.
Hasted action. Regular attack.
All right. That just barely misses.
All right. and 20 feet. And as my bonus action, I'm going to expend a spell slot to regain sorcery points.
All right. Rowan, it's your turn.
Gonna keep smacking it. Oh, that shouldn't have been a disadvantage. My bad. I forgot to unclick it.
It was the nat one anyway.
Upsetting. Gonna smack it again.
All right, yeah, that'll hit.
And then bonus action dodge.
Okay. All right. Its turn. Okay. Suddenly, the creature seems to explode as inky darkness fills a 20-foot radius sphere around the creature, plunging itself and Rowan into darkness.
Rowan's dark vision doesn't do anything with magic darkness, does it?
It does not. This is also not magic darkness.
Oh. Great.
All right. Put a little thing there. Be 20 foot. Oh, my. Probably want even though the cloud itself is black, we should probably make a colored thing so you guys can see it against the black background.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right. So everything in that purple circle is heavily obscured. Amity, it's your turn.
Would I have any idea what that thing just did?
Make a nature check.
Ooh.
Nice. The this large cloud of inky darkness is reminiscent of a ink cloud that some aquatic animals use as a defense mechanism.
Okay. Just because it's got like octopus ink? What the hell?
What?
But like in the air? She's so confused.
Everything about this creature is weird.
Okay. Well, it takes away everything I was gonna do. You know what? She's gonna cast a guiding bolt where she thinks she last saw it.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
Wow.
Hey. All right. Yeah. You have no idea whether it hit or not.
Well, I don't know how to get rid of that. That'll be my turn.
Gesh, it's your turn.
So that's a big old inky thing, and it's making it hard to see, right?
Yep.
I will save my action for when I can see it, because I'd probably miss and hit somebody.
Okay. What action are you readying?
I am going to hold on to, let's see. A sunbeam.
All right. Cast your sun's beam and hold it in, waiting for a target to blast it out. Axiom, it's your turn.
Alright, seeing as I can't see the target, we'll do a repeat with the fucking spiritual weapon, because I know at least what that is.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack at disadvantage. Oh, misses anyway, even though it was just the one. And your action?
Continue to take the dodge action, because I did not prep for combat in the slightest.
Okay. Kind of a strange decision to make when camped out on the edge of a battlefield. All right, Vanya, your turn.
Okay. Well, I can't see it. But I also can't do anything about the inky blackness. So I don't think. No, I can't do anything about the inky blackness. So I'm just gonna take a couple of regular shots at it, and we'll see what happens.
All right. Go ahead and roll a disadvantage. All right. So you're like 50% sure that both of those shots hit. However, you didn't hear a sound at all of it, like, getting hurt from the arrows.
Okay. Weird. But alright. Yeah. I'm done.
All right, Shilk, it's your turn.
I'm gonna make a perception check, see if I can find it.
Sure.
Ooh, terrible roll.
All right. You know it's not where it used to be.
All right. And I'm gonna run 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Straight through.
All right, you run straight through, and sure enough, right where it was, it is no longer. And you just run through, and there's nothing on the other side of it either.
It isn't here. Must have run.
Rowan, your turn.
I'd like to take dodge action.
Sure.
Is is everything in dim light right now, or is there parts that are not dim light?
This would be honestly, this is more dark, seeing how oh, actually, you know what? No, the ship has auxiliary power, so yeah, it would be dim light.
Okay. I'm gonna shadow step.
All right. I believe you need to see where you're shadow stepping.
Oh yeah, I didn't even be able to see.
Yeah. So.
Unfortunate. I can. I mean, she doesn't know that it's not there.
That is correct.
So I'll take.
Only Shilk knows that it's not there.
I'll take the bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and then she'll run towards where she saw Shilk last, which is where he's not anymore.
Yep.
She'll look around confused because Shilk is no longer here. And then hold her action to punch in case it appears in front of her again.
Okay. Amity, it's your turn again.
Oh god. Um. Alright, hang on one sec. Um. You know what? I'm gonna try and aim a witch bolt where I think it is this time.
Okay. Go ahead and roll attack at disadvantage.
If I can find it again.
All right. You're pretty sure that you would have hit if it was where it last was.
Alright. That's my turn.
All right, Gesh. It's your turn.
So would I have used that sixth slot?
Yes, you do cast the spell as part of readying the action.
Okay.
So if you want, before you get to your turn, you can let out that blast just like right into that ink cloud to just try it out. Seeing how you
Yeah,
it
why
has the
not?
slot anyway. Especially now that you see that both Rowan and Shilk are clear. Alright, yeah, you blast right through the ink cloud. And no response from the ink cloud, so. And now it's your turn.
Alright. Well, since nobody's in there now, I'll just drop a big old fireball in there.
Okay. Roll it. Alright. And as the ink cloud is basically the same size as the fireball, you guys feel the heat, but you don't actually see the explosion.
Wild.
Interesting.
Hmm.
And, can I quicken another fireball just for fun, or?
No.
No, that's right. It has to be 2 or below.
Yeah, second or lower. If you want, you could say you quickened that fireball and then use your action to sunbeam it again.
And now I'll just hold on to my spells for now.
Okay.
So I won't do anything else.
Alright. And then at the top of the order, as a majority of the party has realized that the creature is no longer in the ink cloud, and it is nowhere to be seen, we are out of combat. And like 50 seconds later, the ink cloud dissipates.
That's the thing that my dad was growing in his lab.
Neat.
Yeah. Awesome.
It's effective.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm worried about it. A little bit.
Yeah. Did he just have the one, or?
That was his first one, and then he's testing it out to see if he can make more.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're all up. So.
He was only making the one, right?
From what I remember.
It does not fill me with a vote of confidence.
I mean, he has blueprints, so it's not like he can't make another one tomorrow.
Yeah, once you've made one, you know how to make it again.
You would remember, Amity, that he did tell you that the gestation period to create one of these things is about a month.
Okay.
And it's been like maybe a week since you last saw him.
It's been a long week.
He could have more in the works.
Although, thinking about it, it does make sense that the place that he would send his creature to test it out would be the surrounding area of like the city of Aor's greatest enemy, the holy city of Vasselheim.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should get going to the city, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should probably tell them.
I agree.
So what's our plan? Precisely.
Great question.
How far away from the city do we seem to be?
Well, quite a ways out, quite a few 100 feet, if not thousands. So like maybe like half a mile. It's unclear exactly how far it is.
Okay. How far is it easier to tell, like, where does the ring of fighting start?
The fighting seems to start a couple 100 feet away from where you guys are right now.
Okay. And is the fighting mostly on the ground, or is there anything going on in the air?
There is plenty going on in the air, as there are devils, demons, dragons, and all other types of creatures all flying
Great.
around above the city.
Great. Cool. Okay. Great. Wonderful. Anybody have any ideas?
I can't really say I do.
No.
I've never been to a holy city. I don't really know what to expect.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. Axiom, what's the city even like? What was it like the last time you were here?
Oh god, that's or it was. Oh god, it was a sight to behold. Streets were bustling. It was great. There was a distinct sound of. God. Axiom himself is having a bit of difficulty describing it a little bit but he gives his the how it looked before all this.
What about its reception of
Honestly,
people not being...
he's a bit caught up in a wave of nostalgia.
Snap him out of the nostalgia. How are they going to receive strangers, particularly during a war? Particularly a weird group like us?
They're generally accepting people.
What
You
about
see
to...
all manner of people here.
Are they okay to tieflings? Like, do you have problems in there?
You cut out their Taylor for me.
Oh, I just said, do they have, like, anything against tieflings? Because, like...
Gestures to himself.
Yeah, but, like, do you have...
Generally, I mean, considering most of the town is religious, we're generally accepting people. Willing to
Oh,
take in
okay.
all walks of life.
Huh.
Certainly not what I was thinking.
Do we just go
I should
in?
know. I don't even actually have parents. Long story.
Oh. Well, do we just walk in the front gate? Or, like, how do we get in there right now? She glances up at all of the general war.
The easy way, which I don't think, which I'm pretty sure is worn off by now, would be for me to just do a simple spell that would teleport us all to, like, my temple. But that's worn off because it's been several years.
Actually, it's more like you weren't even high enough level to cast that spell when you left.
Fair point. Alright. The easiest way would probably be to, like, if anybody I knew was still alive in there, give them a message of sending, and then be like, hey, we're on our way on the outside of the city. Be ready when we arrive to let us in.
I mean, Amity, we know people that should have come back to the city, assuming they're not dead yet.
Oh, that's true. Do you want me to talk to one of them?
Can't hurt.
Which one should I talk to?
Unless they never left where the Raven Queen was. Which I feel like after 10 years and all of this going on, I feel like they probably did.
Or maybe they've been searching the abyss for you guys, because that was the last conversation you guys had with them.
Holy shit.
Oh shit. Dark is no longer raising a child, he's raising a teen.
It 10 right now.
Which one should I talk to?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I guess roll a d8.
Then we'd have to assign numbers.
That's too much work. I mean, Ray's the one that owes us, so
Alright. I'll.
makes sense to start with her. So we tried to contact last time.
Okay.
Not that we didn't tell them where we were in the abyss and didn't tell them we got out of the abyss.
I'll let her know. Don't worry.
We didn't even know the abyss looking for us.
Alright, I'm gonna send a sending spell to Ray.
Alright.
Hey Ray, it's Amity. We made it out of the abyss. A lot's happened since then. Now we're in Vasselheim. How do we get to you?
Alright. So, Ray.
Yeah. Puts on third. Yeah.
Yep, third character. um. So. You have not been spending the last 10 years looking for these chuckleheads in the abyss.
Good.
You guys went there for a bit, but after many hard-fought battles across the infinite layers of the abyss, eventually you guys were just like, okay, they're dead. Because, like, you definitely tried, like, sending and scrying on them, with absolutely no success whatsoever. So from that, you were able to kind of, like, deduce that, oh, they died and are elsewhere now. So after doing that for a while, you guys, you've been to Vasselheim a couple times since that. However, you and your friends are not there now, as you are off doing more important things for the Raven Queen.
Cool. Would she have any insight as to a good? I mean, they probably haven't seen Vasselheim recently enough while it's under siege to even give any kind of insight as to a good way in.
Yeah, she wouldn't really have any idea. Like, it's been like at least a year since the last time that you guys were in Vasselheim itself, and it's become pretty war torn since then.
Cool. So she'll reply back, "Oh, it's good that you're not dead. I'm sorry, I'm not in Vasselheim right now. I haven't been for about a year. And I don't really have anything to help you out with. I'm sorry. Stay safe. Good luck."
Cool.
Damn it.
So
Well, that was not helpful. I say we just go. Just go in, see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any ideas. Like, I mean, how many of us are there right now? How many are we down to? 6?
There are 6 of you, yes. 7 counting Saga, but she's busy with the goblins.
goblin wrangling.
Yep.
I mean, our best shot is to try and get by undetected, right? I don't really want to have to fight through an entire army to get into the city.
Yes. We could just go quietly.
Yeah, I think that it just feels like such a terrible idea.
It does. But most of our ideas do, to be fair.
It's,
Various degrees of questionable, I would generally go with.
yeah. I mean, really, we don't have to get into the city. We need to get close enough to find not fiends and dragons. Fiends and bad dragons? And then, once we get to that line, it should be easier to get the rest of the way. Or to stay and help. Unless they've drawn the line at the wall, in which case then we're going all the way to the wall.
Yeah.
So we have a couple of ideas for trying to be sneaky. I can turn three of us invisible. Rowan can take care of herself. As long as it's still dark. Dark enough. But if we're invisible, we just have to not attack anyone.
That would be okay.
It at least would give us a better chance.
Yeah.
Still the risk of things seen through invisibility, though.
There is.
Alright, when I did... Hold on, let me look at... I need to look at... The character sheet is so slow today. I mean... You have to be pretty high up, pretty powerful to see through invisibility easily. If they're just throwing soldiers at the city, they're just throwing lower level demons and devils, we'll probably be able to get pretty far before anything can detect us.
I say we try it.
Can somebody turn other people invisible?
I
You
cannot.
can't get everybody.
I can go invisible.
Oh.
So we're
It's short
by
period.
one person.
Yeah, I can, but it's only for a minute.
Same.
Don't really have any spells that'll help us out right now.
The ones I do have prepared were not prepared for the intent of getting into the city. Even as the ones that would help are expensive. We don't have the stuff for it.
Okay, so I mean,
I love the last.
I guess our other option is to.
Unless any of you have a set of divinatory tools worth 100 gold.
What spell are you trying to cast?
So I don't exactly do a lot of divining, so.
I can just dimension door a bunch of times. That'll be my invisibility.
It's a lot of time. Then you're gonna be separated from us for a while.
Worth it. Just kidding. I would never do that.
I've done the math on this, right? It is just. I mean, we could just. So okay. Vanya's trying to put her one brain cell to good use. I mean, the hardest part is going to be breaking that initial line. So, if those of you that can only be invisible for a minute, how are we even going to keep track of each other if we're all invisible? Oh my god, this is a terrible idea. There are no good ideas right now. They're all terrible.
We all run through the field holding hands.
I mean, we could just go back to basics.
Red
Rowan-
Rover, send our dumbasses over.
I mean, our other option
Well, I know
is
the title of this episode now.
just keep things simple. We could just Rowan and I can cast Pass Without a Trace, and we can just try and stealth our way in.
To remind you, you do need
There's an
to
option.
have something keeping you stealthy. If you're just like crouched in the middle of an army.
Can't just Kronk from Emperor's New Groove my way through this.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are not nearly endearing enough.
No, we don't have
Rats.
nearly the amount of charisma to pull off that. We would
Okay.
have to all be bards that all speak relatively like Patrick Ward.
Next campaign.
Next campaign. I mean, I guess the solution is just we all hold hands.
I say let's all hold hands.
And we go invisible for as long as we can. Right before we go invisible, Rowan will still cast it to help us out, and then she'll go invisible. And then I guess we'll just see how far we get.
Yeah. I'll also remind you that Rowan can only be invisible in dim or darkness.
Right. Yeah. It's daylight. Daylight now.
It's early morning.
So not quite dim light anymore.
No.
I say we just charge.
Charging is starting to look better and better.
We all just fucking take a shield and form a circle and slowly inch our way across the battlefield.
Be like a little turtle.
Basically, a turtle with shields.
I'm not
No,
here
guys.
for the fighting, I'm here for the city.
Guys, I got
Hey,
it.
no
We
mind.
just all polymorph ourselves into turtles and just walk underneath everything.
Okay.
So if I thought that would work.
You guys don't have access to enough polymorph for that.
No, we do not.
Not
Maybe-
enough level spells in this party.
Maybe if it wasn't concentration, but it is.
Sadly, this is not a party of druids.
Or
So-
one level 20 druid.
yeah.
Rip, my boy.
Um.
We just go, and then I'll just keep casting Calm Emotions or Mind Blank, depending on the need.
You didn't see anything.
We go full Penguins Madagascar. You didn't see it. It'd be great.
Oh my
It'd be
god.
great.
All right. How many of us can Dimension Door now that we don't have Kato? Is it just me and Amity?
Not
Well,
I, said Joke.
Yeah,
it's just
that's
us.
right. Kato was the third person, yes.
Great. Okay. Can somebody heal me and Rowan before we go and do this?
Yes.
Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna take care of this. Seeing as how I'm not really gonna be very useful on the stealthing front. So I'm just going to spend 2 of these. And I'll just
I-
mark them up. I didn't prepare anything, or at least I'll mark them a 5th and a 6th. Give me a second to fucking roll that one.
Actually, you don't need to because I have Watcher out and he's about. So I take whatever the max is for that 5th level.
Mm-hmm.
45.
I don't need 45 hit points, but I'll take them. So we just... Sorry, did we land on just running? Is that where we landed because we can't get enough of us invisible?
I think so.
So the trace and go. Just go.
I mean, we have nothing to hide with. Pass without a trace isn't going to help us.
We just hope we don't die.
We can't make ourselves look more demony. We can't. We
I
have
mean,
the element.
if it makes you guys feel better, like I do have a backup party over in Aor on the down low that if you all die, you can just play them instead.
Oh, good.
Yay! um. All right. Well. I guess we start.
I highly doubt a Conjure Celestial is going to be any help here.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Unless I could fucking summon a fucking Celestial that was big enough to carry all of us and also fly. And last I checked, I don't have access to that until I unlock a knife.
No.
Yeah.
Really, my only 2 thoughts are we can either fly in or we can make a bad attempt at blending in and trying to fight our way through. I mean, actually, that's not a terrible idea.
What, flying?
No. What if we pretend Wendy looks very uncomfortable as she's about to say this. What if we just pretend to be cultists and pretend to be on the demon side?
Ooh. Now this is a good idea.
I don't think that will work.
There is kind of the issue of I'm just gesturing to my armor.
You just cover it.
There
in
is
some
kind of the
rag.
large fucking symbol right here on the chest that makes it
Yeah.
hard to say otherwise.
I'll cut a hole in a blanket and make you a poncho.
Perfect. This plan is flawless.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Look, I'm already having a hard enough time with one new character. I want to start making another.
It seems like it has just as high of a success odd as trying to sneak our way through it and trying to fight our way through it. Trying to blend in with it actually might have some traction.
She does have a point.
Rowan just understands all languages now. She doesn't actually speak all languages, right?
Well, she speaks and everyone understands her as if
Oh.
they did share a language. She's a universal translator.
You got it.
Yeah. I'm assuming she's that level of monk.
Yeah, she is. I just couldn't remember what exactly. Yeah, so okay. So oh my god. Okay. So those are our three options. We fly in. I guess our four options. We fly in, we sneak in, we fight in, or we blend in. Unless anybody else has any bright ideas.
If you don't have ideas, we need a vote.
I'm taking any and all opinions right now on any of these plans.
Well, I've got no good ideas.
Do you have a plan preference?
Please.
And the one that doesn't get us killed is not an acceptable answer because we don't know which one that is.
Is the possibility of us all being invisible? That seems like the possibly most safe-ish plan.
I don't think we can all be invisible. Is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't get everybody invisible.
I could polymorph myself to look like a bird and fly above.
Can you... I don't know a lot about polymorph. This is Vanya talking. Can you polymorph yourself to look like a demon? Or a devil?
I believe it only works for animals. Animal forms. Let me see.
That's correct. It has to be a beast creature.
Yes. it would not work.
Okay.
Yeah.
My next plan was going to be you turn yourself into some kind of demony creature and you take us prisoner.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Right? That would have been a good plan.
But I would not polymorph myself. Because if a demon says, hey, I wouldn't understand what the hell he's saying.
That's true. You could have polymorphed me. I speak Infernal and Abyssal. I'd be good to go.
Be good for Rowan, too, I think.
That's also true.
But either way.
Okay. So you can be an animal of some kind.
Yes.
I
Could
think
do
we're
me
still.
and possibly one more.
I
'Cause I
think we would.
can twin it.
Oh, that's true.
Ooh.
I mean, if we're. That's a good idea.
If two of us are birds, we could all be the rest of us could be invisible.
Yeah.
At least for a short period of time.
It would last an hour.
That's how long I can keep us invisible, too. Or at least keep. What did I say? 3 of us? 3 of us invisible? For that long?
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 of us are polymorphed. And Shilk, you can stay invisible for a little bit.
1 minute.
Okay. Here's my thought. So, we have 2 people that are birds. The 2, whoever that 2 is, Gesh and somebody else. The 2 of you will go. We'll meet up with you in the city.
Should we stay around?
I would want to stay nearby just in case.
Okay.
Although if you're invisible, it would be difficult to find exactly where you are.
Yeah.
But if they get hurt, they would probably come out of invisibility, so we'd be able to see them.
But we wouldn't know if they're running or if they have to take a detour.
True.
If my invisibility, well, if I get hurt, it could break. But otherwise, it'll only break on an individual if they attack or try to cast a spell.
So maybe one of us with sending should be on the ground.
Yeah, because my
And
thought
stay
is.
with you then.
Well, my thought is, Amity, if you and I stay on the ground, as long as we can start getting. Once I've cast invisibility on 3 of us, if we can get within 600 feet, I can dimension door myself and one other person once. And you could take somebody.
Yes.
We got to a point where we just needed to get out quickly. So I think you and I need to be on the ground.
Okay.
And from a plan perspective, I want to put Rowan on the ground because she can move so fast and it's easier for her to get around. From the perspective of what's the easiest thing to do with Rowan as a player, it'd be easier to make her a bird and have her fly off. I also don't think she wouldn't leave Amity and Vanya. Never mind. So Rowan's on the ground. Never mind. I've circled back around. And then Shulk's on the ground. So then Gesh and Axiom will be birds. And
That's probably the more ideal one.
And that puts somebody with sending with Gesh as well. Unless you didn't prepare sending today.
I did prepare something. We're good.
Great. Okay. I think that's our plan.
That works out because I suck at stealth.
This is such a terrible plan. Let's go.
Give Mike a few minutes to stop laughing so he can breathe first, and then he can tell us.
You assume he's not face palming for 5 straight minutes.
No, he's probably just dying of laughter at this point.
I think he's been face palmed.
I've moved past the delirium phase and the confusion phase.
What stage of grief are you in now?
Acceptance. They're going to die.
More than just the stage of I'm kind of just like in a state of disconnect right now. Just like I'm watching myself like try to figure out what to do next.
Wait, Gesh, how big of a flying thing could you turn into?
That much I don't know.
Because if you could be a big flying thing,
This is
Or maybe
polymorph, right?
or maybe make
Yes.
2 people
I could
big
probably
flying
do
things.
like a giant eagle and carry somebody. But there's also the risk of anything seeing a giant eagle carrying another humanoid.
What if the giant eagles are invisible? We still don't have enough visibility to make this work. We're just short in visibility. That is my. That is our limiting factor.
Yeah. As far as I can tell, it's equal or less than the target or the target's level if it doesn't have a challenge rating.
Does anybody else have polymorph, or am I the only one?
I think you're the only one.
I don't have it yet.
Okay.
I don't even think it's. I don't think it's even something I'd have access to yet.
Nope, that is not a cleric spell. You know, at times it'd be so damn useful if it was.
All right, so then are we going with?
Or we can just decide not to go to Vasselheim.
We could just not go to Vassal, but then
I mean, that's an option. It's probably the safest option.
Nah.
I mean, is it an option?
Yeah.
Yes. But we're also still stuck in the middle of nowhere with a demon army fight going on one side of us and a big ass broken ship. Not to mention the fact that we have a bunch of goblins and saga that we're about to abandon in this ship.
There's also a dinosaur hybrid thing just kind of around.
Oh my god.
There's also the issue of, do you have a way of teleporting us away from here?
No! If I had a way of teleporting us away from here, I would have led with that.
I don't have that
If-
prepared today.
If
I had the mansion instead.
I just gonna point, if this thing pointing to the fucking ship wasn't boxed, we'd have more options.
Well, we didn't really have a lot of options when we were getting eaten by fucking Chained Oblivion.
I'm aware.
Oh, I hate this plan so much.
I like it.
God damn it. God damn it, Trixus. Where are you when I need a voice of reason?
Amity, I also say that as soon as we get within 600 feet of something safe, we dimension door.
Agreed.
We'll signal to the birds. And then we'll go.
All right.
Oh my god. before I turn us invisible, well, I guess it has to be. Nope, never mind. We can't use Pass Without a Trace because we would need to already be invisible for it to be helpful, I think. Because Rowan can't cast it after because then she won't be invisible anymore, and then what was even the point? Right, Mike? We'd have to already be invisible for Pass Without a Trace to be of use, or can she cast it ahead of time and then once we start stealthing?
Let's see. Oh, oh yeah, you would cast it ahead of time and then you would start
Okay.
stealthing. So, sorry,
Cool.
I thought you were asking if she needs to like see people to cast
No.
it, which I think it's just an area thing.
It just says
Um,
you and each creature you choose within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, so you don't even need to see them. It's just if you know they're within 30 feet of you and you want them to get the bonus, you get the bonus.
Yeah, so she'll cast that on all of us before we turn invisible and polymorph. So it also lasts for an hour. And then I guess all of us are gonna turn invisible / polymorph, and then at the last minute is when Shilk will, since he only has a minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just gonna hope that maybe by the time it drops, we're far enough into the chaos that nobody's gonna notice him appear.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Interesting. So you're. So why is Shilk relying on his invisibility? I guess that's my question.
Because Vanya's the only one that can cast invisibility, and she can only cast it at a 4th level, which will only get 3 people.
Got it. Okay. I guess I misheard that. I thought Amity could also cast it. Never mind. Okay, got it.
Nope. Today, if it was dark enough for Rowan to turn herself invisible,
Right.
then we'd be fine.
Exactly.
But it's not dark enough for Rowan to be able to turn herself invisible.
Right.
Speaking of which, why are we doing this in the daytime? Why shouldn't we just try it at night?
We could. I mean, technically, we do have the mansion until nightfall, don't we?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think it would possibly be safer at night.
Yeah.
At least it'd be a little easier to be stealthy.
Well,
Also, side tangent. What's stopping us from just having 2 giant owls fly us into the city at night?
Dragons.
Yeah.
But in the realm of how are the people polymorphed going to be able to see us if you turned into something like a bat instead, you should be able to keep better track of us. You'll be able to see better, hear better. Right?
That's also noise.
There's kind of the
if there's a battle going on, they're not going to notice a little bat squeak.
Hopefully.
Half of them probably make bat squeak noises.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, let's haul up in the mansion until dusk. Because I think because Axiom doesn't have dark vision. No, Axiom does. Who doesn't have dark vision?
Let me double check that.
2 tieflings, half elf, Shilk, and
I'm my own race now. Just Shilk.
Yep. They know what you are doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
And then
you are just a shook.
Gesh is one of the new Dragonborns that actually does have dark vision.
Okay,
So
so us
everybody's got dark vision.
so us going at night isn't going to be a problem.
And even if we had to deal with Saga, she is a Triton who has dark vision. Assuming,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
you just have to make sure you choose an animal that also has dark vision.
I mean, there's a
Alright.
wider range of beasts. Just gotta pick one.
Okay, so we wait till dark. Rowan turns herself invisible. I turn the other 3 invisible. And then we hold hands and we run through a war.
Yeah, as one does casually on a Friday evening.
You know. Cool. We do that.
All right. Well, as you guys basically wait like at least 12 hours for the sun to make its full rotation. Anything you would like to accomplish in that time?
I'm gonna plan for the next mansion I do, and like ask people's opinions on what they want their rooms to look like.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do.
I can't think of anything.
No.
All right. Sounds
I'm
good.
just gonna practice
I got
language in
none.
my
I just
own
give
time.
Amity notes on his childhood home.
All right. Check something real quick. All right. Okay. So you guys get ready to go. You leave your ship and companions behind and start making your way towards the shifting battlefield of a variety of different creatures. And Rowan has gone invisible after using her passive out trace on everyone. And Vanya turns the other 3 people on the ground invisible. And what are Gesh and Axiom turning into?
Owls can see in the dark, right?
They can, yes.
And then just 2 basic owls.
All
Not
right.
gigantic.
Right. 2
The bigger they are, the
normal
easier they'd be
owls.
to see or make more noise.
All right.
Not to mention, they do have proficiency in the stealth skill.
Yes.
Don't know if it's gonna help us, but it's a
Mhm.
good bit of information.
All right. So then I would like Gesh, and Axiom to each roll me 1d20 plus 13.
Concern.
All right. As you guys start flying off over the battlefield, you kind of hug the clouds and try to remain as nondescript as possible as you just kind of glide overhead. Several creatures who also have flying capabilities fly around here or there, but you guys are able to avoid them for the most part. Has rolled really well. And then, as the invisible people are making their way up to the edge of the battlefield, I would like all of you to make your stealth checks at advantage with the plus 10 to your roll.
So my first one will be Vanya's, and my second one will be Rowan's.
Sounds good.
And I don't have the plus 10 built into them.
All right. Got 38, 29, 43, and 44.
44 is.
Which technically means she can pop into the ethereal. She won't.
All right.
Because then whoever's hand she would holding would panic.
Yeah,
So she's going to stay.
that's right. You guys are holding hands. All right.
We are holding hands because otherwise we're gonna lose each other.
Yeah, that is true. Okay. So, you successfully make it to the edge of the battlefield with nobody noticing you. At the edge, you see forces of demons and undead kind of moving around each other as the kind of like at the back of the main force. They're not really doing anything right now and are actually kind of spread out a little bit in small groups, which makes it a little easier for you to slip past them. However, at a certain point, you do make it deeper into the battlefield where there is not enough free room to maneuver, and you find yourselves having to basically rub shoulders with demons. Where at this, I would like everybody to make acrobatics checks with disadvantage.
Oh.
As this has less to do with avoiding notice and more to do with
Avoiding getting shot.
avoiding being touched by a creature that doesn't know you're there, while also holding the hands of other people who can't see you.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh, good.
It'll be Vanya then Rowan.
All right.
I'm just gonna use my luck blade to re-roll that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oof.
wow.
Oh. Oh. Rowan with the nat 1 and acrobatics.
That one hurt.
All right.
Maybe I should have just popped her into the ethereal. It's too late now.
Okay.
To be fair, she still rolled higher than everybody except for Vanya. It's a nat 1, not a skill check. It's not an automatic fail.
That is true.
True. You're right.
However, you all still fail.
Yeah.
So, not only are you pushed here and there by the demon horde, you are separated from one another, as well as a couple of the demons start to notice that there is an empty gap next to them, that they are feeling something there, but not seeing something there. And they start crying out in Abyssal about said empty space. And it's at that point that unfortunately we have to end the session here, because this is going to take a lot more than the 45 minutes that I'm allowing before I have to go to bed. So we're going to have to end the session a little early tonight.
Okay.
Thanks to the plan not going off as well as the party hoped.
I
Who
mean,
would have thunk it?
who
I mean, what's that bit
could have
about?
guessed that?
What's that bit about planes not surviving contact with the enemy? Yeah, that.
Uh-huh.
That's us right now.
Red Rover, it's frickin' game over.
It's fine.
We're fine.
And on that note, I will end the stream here. So thank you guys for watching, and maybe we'll see you next week. We'll find out. Good night.
Good night, everyone.